Hello everyone, I'm Angeline.
And I'm Sam.
And welcome to English Digest. We're so glad you could join us today. Today we're going to be talking about the world as a whole. But before we begin, Sam, I have a question for you. Okay, so what is one issue in the world that you feel strongly about?
Human rights.
Human rights,
Yeah.
okay. Could you elaborate more about it?
Yeah, recently we've seen a lot of women, about like women's rights. And also like I see a lot of article about like human rights in Xinjiang, Tibet. It's terrible there. So yeah, I think that's something people should be aware of.
Okay, so when you talk about human rights, you're talking about the rights that people have to, freedom, religion,
like
that
freedom,
kind of thing.
yeah.
Okay, well, for me, I think I feel very strongly about environment, the environment, and protecting the environment. Yeah. But anyways, let's take a look at our Unit 10 for today, and we'll see why are we talking about the world today. Okay, so let's take a look at the first part of our translation exercise.
好，马上来看到我们的这个第一个单句翻译为什么我会讲到说很关心的议题呢？因为马上呢我们要翻译的就跟我们这个环境保育有关系了。我们第一个句子呢就是说世界地球日呢是一个大规模的国际性环保运动，每年呢于4月22日举办。
Okay, so in English, the sentence reads, Earth Day is a large-scale international environmental protection movement held annually on April 22nd. Okay, so if something is large-scale, it involves many people or things, or it's happening over a large area, okay? So after all, no matter what, we are in the world, we have to do our part to save our planet, right? So that's why something like that is related to the Earth is something that is going to be large-scale because all of us have to do it. It's not just
involved.
Yes, it's not just people in Taiwan who needs to do it. It's not just people in the US. It's everyone living on this earth. Yeah.
好的，马上呢，在我们这个开始翻译之前呢，先提醒大家在这个句子里面呢，我们描述的是一个事实哦，因为这个世界地球日是每一年都会发生的，所以呢，在这边我们是使用这个现在简单式的这个动词时态。那刚刚呢 Angeline 老师就提到这个大规模的呢，我们就可以使用这个形容词large scale。large 呢就是大的 ，scale 呢就是规模，所以呢，如果我们要说小规模的，我们就可以说 small scale。那呢，我们也可以使用片语on a large scale 或者 on a small scale。来表达意思是一样的。我们呢可以看一下这个例句We held the event on a small scale at first, but it quickly grew larger. OK, 我们一开始呢以小规模举办这个活动，但很快的呢它就扩大了规模。
That's right. Okay, so Earth Day is an international environmental protection movement. That sounds like a mouthful, but let's break it down, okay? So international alludes back to the fact that it is large scale, right? It involves a lot of countries. Ideally, all countries should be participating in this event, okay? We then understand that Earth Day concerns the environment. And what specifically about the environment? Well, the protection of it, okay? So what we have was international environmental protection. And then finally, movement. Movement is defined as a series of organized activities in which many people work together to do or achieve something. Now, when does Earth Day take place?
在我们句子里面呢，是讲到说呢，我们这个 Earth Day 这个世界地球日是什么时候发生呢？它是每年4月22号举办的。那在这边呢，我们看到这个 take place 这个动词片语呢，就表示这个举办举行。那呢，我们也可以使用这个动词 hold。OK， 那动词 hold 呢，跟这个 take place 这两个有什么不同呢？首先呢，我们先看一下 hold 呢，使用 hold 的时候是人 hold 活动 ，OK， 注意到呢，我们主词是主办人是人 hold 活动，或是呢，我们可以用被动语态活动 be held，OK， 被举办了。那如果是 take place 的话呢，则是用活动当主词 OK something take place OK 这个活动举办。注意到呢，我们在使用 take place 的时候呢，是不能够使用被动的我们呢可以看一下这个例句 The young man's trial will take place next Thursday at the city courthouse 这个年轻人的审判呢，将于下周四在城市法院呢举行。
Okay, and then annually, okay? Annually refers to the fact that this event is held or takes place every year. Okay, so sometimes you might hear the word biannual. You might think this means once every 2 years, but actually biannual means happening twice a year. Okay, if you want to say that something happens every 2 years, you should use biennial. Biennial, okay? It kind of sounds the same, but it's spelled differently, okay? Biennial, B-I-E-N-N-I-A-L. Okay, biennial.
OK， 所以呢，刚刚就特别提醒了这个 annual 呢是每年一年一次的，那 biannual 这两个字如果是分开，我们用一个这个连字号把它们连起来的话呢，是表示一年发生2次的。如果我们要说2年发生一次的呢，我们要说 biannual，OK，biennial，OK， 这两个字呢非常像，要注意不要混淆。那呢 annual 我们这个字呢是形容词我们也可以使用这个副词 annually， 一样呢就是表示是一年一度的。那我们呢可以用这个 annual 来造句子 You can find our company's expansion plans in the annual report we recently published。 你可以呢在我们最近发布的这个年度报告中呢找到我们公司的扩张计划。那这边呢年度报告就是说 annual report， OK， 一年一度的。
And annual also we can use yearly. Okay, yearly might be easier for you guys to remember because it's weekly, monthly, yearly, right? Instead of annually. Okay, so Earth Day is important, but this year it's especially important. Okay, let's find out why.
好，为什么今年这个世界地球日特别重要呢？我们看一下我们第二个单句翻译他说呢，西元2020年是世界地球日的50周年，因此估计将有成千上万的人参与各式各样的活动来响应环保。
So in English, the sentence is translated to, the year 2020 is the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. So it is estimated that thousands of people will participate in a variety of activities to go green. Wow, I did not realize Earth Day started 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I thought it was just some new
Yes.
Not really a holiday, but yeah, I guess we can call it a holiday, right? Anyways, the 50th anniversary of anything is a big deal, but there is also another reason why an estimated thousands of people will participate in Earth Day. That's because at the end of 2020, nations will be expected to increase their national commitments to the 2015 Paris Agreement on climate change. Okay, so 2015, about 5 years ago, there was an agreement for a lot of different countries to come together to do something about climate change. Now, what is climate change? Do you guys know?
Like global warming.
Yes, okay, because it looks like our climate is changing, right?
Yeah,
I guess in Taiwan, the summers are a lot hotter than before.
Yes.
Are the winters colder too?
The winter is colder too. I'm not quite sure about it. I feel like it's getting colder.
But maybe it's because we're getting older.
Yeah.
That might also play a part. You know, as you get older, you're more sensitive to temperatures maybe outside. I don't know.
That's very true.
Yeah. So that's why 2020 is a big deal.
好，我们呢看一下这个句子在我们开始翻译之前呢，一样因为我们是一样继续在描述这个世界地球日的这个事实，所以呢，在这个句子我们一样采用这个现在简单式的这个动词时态。那在这边呢，我们看到这个估计。有成千上万的人会参与这个活动，估计这个用法呢，我们就可以使用句型 It is estimated that OK 后面呢，我们再加上一个子句，估计会有怎么样？比方说呢，我们可以说 It is estimated that the number of people who came to the parade is around 200,000， 或者是呢，我们也可以把它改写呢，把这个数字带到主词了。The number of people who came to the parade OK 参加这场游行的人数呢 was estimated to be around 200,000 OK 参与这场游行的人数估计约有这个20万人 OK 我们呢可以把这个数字呢放到主词而不是用 is 虚主词来开头。
That's right. Okay. So I'm sure you can think of many different activities or a variety of activities as our sentence says, a variety of activities you can do to save the planet. Okay. Recycling, taking public transportation, taking shorter showers are just a few of many ways to protect our Earth.
好，在这边呢，我们看到句子，他说呢，这个各式各样的，我们英文怎么说呢？我们呢可以使用这个句子用法，他说呢 ，a variety of 后面呢加上一个名词，就表示说各式各样的什么。比方说，我们刚刚说 a variety of activities，OK， 各式各样的活动。那呢，我们也可以在这个 variety 前面呢加上一些形容词，比方说 a large variety、great variety 或是 wide variety， 就表示呢这个多样性是很高、很宽广的，这个范围是很大的。那其他类似的用法呢？我们也可以直接呢讲说这个 various 后面加上名词，或者说这个 diverse 后面加上名词，这个都表示各式各样。另外呢，像是 kind 或是 sort 这个字呢，都有这个种类的意思，所以我们也可以说 all kinds of，OK， 后面加上名词，或是 all sorts of 各式各样的。There are all sorts of celebrities at this party, from movie stars to artists and chefs。OK， 这个派对上呢聚集了各式各样的名人，从这个电影明星的艺术家到这个主厨都有了。
Wow, I would want to go to that that party.
Yeah.
Sounds like a very fabulous party. Anyways, I'm sure you've also heard of the phrase to go green, okay? To go green means to care for the environment. It means to be environmentally friendly or to be environmentally conscious or environmentally responsible, okay? These are all, we can use all of these phrases to mean go green, okay? It is to make the conscious effort to make choices that are sustainable for the earth. So when we talk about something that's being sustainable, we're saying that it can last a long time, something that we're not wasting, okay? So something is sustainable, we're not wasting our resources or anything.
Yeah, recently I see a lot of this word sustainable on like e-commerce.
Oh, yeah,
like
okay.
they use sustainable materials for this clothes.
Yes.
Like they use sustainable packaging material.
Exactly. Yeah. So what it really means is that they're using materials or packaging that doesn't hurt the earth as they're claiming, right?
Yeah.
We see sustainable clothing, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, packaging, sustainable energy.
Yeah,
It's sustainable energy.
Yeah.
Okay, so stuff that's not polluting the earth, sustainable like cutlery, everything can be sustainable, really.
Yeah.
So everything now we're talking about is to go green, go green, go green.
响应环保呢，这个我们在英文里面怎么说呢？我们就可以说这个 go green。OK， 可以看一下这个例句哦。One way to go green is to ride public transportation or bike instead of driving. OK， 响应环保的一种方法呢是大众运输，或者是你可以骑脚踏车，而非呢这个自行开车。Green 这个字我们当成形容词就可以表示这个环境保护的。比方说呢，我们说这个 green activist，OK， 环保分子。OK， 所以 green 这个字就表示环境保护。所以呢 go green 就表示响应环保。
That's right. So I was actually reading about why the phrase go green came about.
Yeah.
And apparently it's because green usually it gives people the sense of like renewal, like, life. And I guess because the earth is green and plants are green, so it just seems fitting to use the color green.
Okay.
Go green, yeah. Okay, so to be honest, I always forget when Earth Day is. There's also another movement called Earth Hour. That one I'm more familiar with, but again, I always forget when it happens. It's always too late when I realize that, oh crap, it's already Earth Hour.
You should set the alarm.
Yeah, okay, so Earth Hour, it takes place on March 28th at 8:30 p.m., okay? And it's an annual event. Again, every year it happens, March 28th at 8:30 p.m. It's easy to participate in, okay? It's probably one of the easiest things that you could ever do for the earth. And honestly, 8:30 p.m., it doesn't really affect you in any way when you participate.
Yeah.
Okay? All you need to do is you need to switch off your lights for 1 hour, okay? 1 hour only. I'm not asking you to switch off your lights for the entire night. Just for 1 hour, okay? So though Earth Day and Earth Hour is observed only once a year, honestly, we really should make an effort to go green more times a year, right? It should be a way of life. It shouldn't be something that we only do for that one day or for that 1 hour.
1 hour. Yeah. Yes, I totally agree. Instead of just turning off the light for 1 hour, you should start from small things like bringing your own bag, choose electronics that consume less power.
That's right.
Yeah, I think small things can make a difference.
That's true. All of these little things can make a difference. It looks like quite a lot of numbers are actually beginning to ban single-use plastic, okay? Which is very good news for green activists or for people who want to go green, okay? One of the easiest things to get rid of for single-use plastic is the straw, okay? I mean, you don't really need a straw if you have, a bottle or you have a cup. I mean, we can drink out of a cup, we can drink out of a bottle. But I find that this is particularly difficult in Taiwan, the land of bubble tea, right?
Yeah,
okay?
Yes.
Because it is really hard to drink bubble tea with the pearls without a straw. And then, if you pour it down your throat, it's kind of like you'll get all of it at once. You won't get one pearl at a time, right? Do you drink bubble tea often?
I kind of gave up on bubbles when they banned straws.
Oh, okay. Because it was just too tedious to drink it, right?
Yeah, and I think those reusable straws are hard to clean.
They are.
So I prefer just drink from the cup or use a spoon maybe.
Use a spoon. But you're using a reusul spoon, right?
Yes,
Not a plastic single-use plastic.
Yes. Yeah.
I remember wasn't there a politician in Taiwan who wanted to get rid of the straw?
Yeah.
And then he said, then people were like, how are we going to drink bubble tea? And he suggested using a spoon.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And it was also a disposable spoon, right? It wasn't a spoon that you could keep using.
It's yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. We can kind of give him credit for trying to think of another way to drink bubble tea. Because bubble tea is really life in Taiwan.
Yeah.
A lot of people... they just can't go without bubble tea, not even for a day.
Actually, I see a lot of stores now they serve like a paper straw.
Yeah, they do. But the problem with the paper straw is that it kind of it doesn't last very long. Again, we're talking about something that's not something that is sustainable but will not last very long.
Yeah,
so
you have to drink very fast.
Yeah, you do. You do. Yeah. So I don't know. There's so many ways we can actually try to go green. It doesn't have to be with. Cutting off bubble tea is one thing. I think it will save a lot of resources, but some people can't really get rid of bubble tea, right? Is there anything else that you do on a daily basis to go green? You gave up bubble tea, but is there something else that you're doing every day to kind of...
I avoid use like those paper bags. Like when you shop at, let's say like Xinguang Mitsukoshi, they always said like if you need a bag or something, I'll say, it's okay, I can just put it in my pockets, I can just hold it.
Okay, yeah, that's right. We can just stop taking plastic bags and stuff. Taiwan should start charging people for bags.
Yes.
Right? I know they do in like bubble tea, they do, right?
Yeah.
But I think other than that, that's probably the only time that they charge you for bags. And maybe night markets, they don't do that. I haven't been to night market in a very long time. Yeah, they should start. They should. And McDonald's is trying hard to go green, but I feel like the way that they're doing it doesn't really work. So apparently if you use their app to order some food, by default, they won't give you any cutlery, any ketchup, any tissues. They won't give you any of that. You have to actually like press a button to say that, yes, you want the cutlery, you want the ketchup packets. Yes. But every time I order it, I never ask for that stuff. And I never... But they still give it to you. And it's so frustrating. Yeah. Anyways, okay. That's enough about going green because I think we've done enough to tell you guys how to go green.
好的，所以呢，这边呢是我们刚刚 Part A 的句子，我们呢休息一下，等一下回来看我们 Part B Single Sentence Translation。
Now we need to switch gears and we need to talk about Google's World Wonders project because it's very, very amazing. I actually had to Google what the World Wonders project is because clearly I live under a rock, right? Just in case I'm not the only one living under a rock, the World Wonders Project basically brings World Heritage sites online, okay? It's like viewing the Great Wall of China or the pyramids using Google Maps Street View. How cool is that? Let's find out more about this.
好，所以呢，我们今天呢，第二个呢，这个我们 Part B 的单句翻译呢，就要来看一下这个 Google 网站一个全新的这个计划咯。他说呢，利用尖端技术 Google 的网站呢，这个叫做 World Wonders Project， 成功的呢，在网络上使世界文化遗产变得生动有趣。
Okay, so in English, the sentence is translated to, utilizing cutting-edge technology, Google's website World Wonders Project successfully brings the world's cultural heritage to life online. Okay, so 30 years ago, World Wonders Project would likely not be possible. We simply didn't have the technology for it. So to utilize something means to use something for a particular purpose. For example, if you live in a small house, you'd likely want to fully utilize every space in every room of your home to maximize the space available.
好，所以呢，这个句子呢，我们一样是用这个现在简单式来描述一个事实哦，就是 Google 这个使用尖端技术来架设这个网站。那在这边呢，我们看到这个利用这个用法，我们在英文里面呢可以使用动词 utilize， 它呢就表示这个利用的意思。那其他呢也可以用的方法，比方说我们可以说 take advantage of， 或是呢 make good use of， 或是呢 make the most of， 或是 make the best of， 这些呢都表示是把它利用，是把它呢做这个最大化的、最有价值的利用。那另外呢，这个句子很特别的呢，是用到了这个分词构句的用法咯。注意到呢，在我们本句有这个逗号把它隔开来，分成前半跟后半两个句子。那在呢，我们前半跟后半呢，注意到我们的主词呢都是 Google's website， 都是这个 Google 的网页。 都是这个两句的主词。那一般来说呢，在过去我们可能会说呢，这个 Google's website utilizes cutting-edge technology and Google's website， 然后呢，他后面说他把这个等等等。那呢，在这边呢，我们就把这个连接词呢给省略了，同时呢，我们把前半句的主词呢也省略了。那这边呢，我们要做一个很重要的动作呢，就是我们把这个动词呢。原本呢是现在简单式呢，我们就把它改成分词的形式。注意到呢，如果我们是主动的动作呢，我们就改成 VING 动名词现在分词。那如果呢是被动式的话呢，我们就省略 be 动词，留下来的呢是我们的 VPP 过去分词。所以呢，在这边呢，因为是这个 Google 的网站呢，它是主动的来利用尖端的科技，所以呢，我们这边 utilize 就变成 utilizing。OK， 注意到我们是加上 ing， 我们呢就用这个现在分词来开头，这个呢就是一个分词构句的形成。我们呢可以再看一个例句。来多了解这个用法哦，看一下咯。Wondering where to eat lunch, Richard took out his cell phone to search for nearby restaurants. OK， 想要知道呢哪里可以吃午餐，理查拿出手机搜索附近的餐厅。在这个句子里面呢，因为我们前后的主词呢都是 Richard。OK，Richard wonders。OK，Richard wondered。OK 是过去式。那在后面呢是 Richard took out。OK， 他把他的手机拿出来。所以呢，在前面的句子我们就把 Richard 主词给省略，然后把这个 wonder 这个动词呢变成现在分词，因为它是主动的在想知道。OK， 这样子呢就变成了一个分词构句，它呢可以让我们的句子看起来更简洁。
Okay, so to bring something to life would require not just any technology, but cutting-edge technology. Okay, so if something is cutting edge, it is extremely modern and advanced.
在这边呢，我们看到他说尖端的、最先进的，我们就可以用到这个形容词 cutting edge。edge 呢就是边缘了 ，cutting edge 你就想象是切在那个边边的边边上面，最边边，所以呢它一定是最前面、最先进的。The doctors are using cutting edge methods to treat Judy's cancer. OK， 医师们呢正在使用最新、最先进的方法呢来治疗 Judy 的癌症。
Now, the World Wonders Project isn't just a website full of pictures, okay? Thanks to Street View technology, the site allows you to navigate around those World Heritage sites as if you're there. So this is so awesome and so helpful if you're wondering where you'd like to take your next vacation. It gives you a preview of what to expect. So to bring something to life means to make something very interesting, very appealing, or very exciting.
在这边呢，我们用这个片语bring something to life， 它呢就可以表示使这个什么事情呢变得生动有趣。或者是呢，我们这个片语呢，也可以表示呢，使什么东西成真哦，把这个东西呢给了它生命，所以使它成真。那这边呢，我们可以用这个生动有趣的这个意思呢，再来看一个句子 ：The actors brought the ancient story to life in a way people had never seen before。这些演员们呢，以人们前所未见的方式哦，让这个古老的故事呢变得生动有趣。
Now, our second sentence gives more details about the World Wonders Project.
好，我们的第二个句子呢，继续看到我们这个很特别的计划了。他说呢，这个网站的使用者呢，可以透过街景服务来仔细观看一些著名景点，这提供身临其境的经验。
Okay, our sentence in English is users of this website can take a closer look at some famous attractions through the Street View service, which provides an immersive experience. Okay, I think this technology might even bring you closer to the attraction than you could on foot, allowing you to literally actually take a closer look at it.
好，在这个句子呢，我们接续前一句哦，所以呢，我们继续使用现在简单式这个动词时态呢来描述事实。那这边呢，我们看到这个 take a closer look， 用这个更近的看到它，就表示呢仔细观看的意思。我们就说 take a closer look at 后面加上一个名词。I think you should take a closer look at Sadie's resume. Some details are not consistent. OK， 我认为呢，你应该仔细看看沙地的履历哦，它有些细节呢，前后不一哦。
Oh, maybe the year that she graduated is different, and then from it's not consistent with her first job or something, eh? We should definitely take a closer look at Sadie's resume. Okay, you often see attraction paired with the word tourist, right? Tourist attraction. An attraction is something that attracts or is intended to attract people. It's something interesting or enjoyable to see or do. It can be a place or an activity. Taipei 101 is a major tourist attraction, as is Jiufen and Taroko Gorge.
好，景点呢，我们就可以使用这个字 attraction。通常呢，我们会说这个 tourist attraction 或是 site sightseeing attraction，OK，观光景点。那这个 attraction 我们也可以代换成这个 site 或者 spot， 比方说呢，这个 tourist spot 或者呢 sightseeing site，OK， 观光景点意思是一样的。
Okay, so if something is immersive, it makes you feel that you are really taking part in the events you are seeing on a screen or hearing about. Virtual and augmented reality are meant to be immersive experiences, right?
好，身临其境呢，在这边我们就用这个形容词 immersive 来表达。Okay, the VR experience was so immersive that Maja forgot she was playing a video game. 虚拟实境的体验呢是如此的令人身临其境哦，以至于这个玛雅呢忘了她正在打电动。
That can be very scary, but it also means that the game is very successful in doing it. It achieved what it wanted to do, right?
To be immersive.
Exactly. Okay, so the World Wonders project doesn't just bring these heritage sites online, it also helps to preserve these sites for future generations. So even if these heritage sites are no longer around, we can still experience what it was like thanks to the World Wonders project. Now, it's a very valuable resource, and it's definitely an innovative way to learn about history and even geography, right? Because we are using the Google Street View map to kind of navigate it around, right? So you can read about the history of the place, you can watch videos, you can browse the photo gallery and explore 3D models.
Yeah, that's really cool to see. Like some people are actually using this cutting-edge technologies to use it on education.
Exactly. Yeah. I think nowadays education is a lot different from what it was like when we were younger. There's like instead of the blackboard with chalk, they now have smartboard. I think I haven't seen an actual smartboard, but I think it's kind of like just a giant iPad, and it's instead of a whiteboard.
Draw on it.
Yeah, exactly. So the world is huge, and there's so much to see, guys. So due to time and financial constraints, we might not be so fortunate to see all the wonders of the world in the flesh. So I think this is an awesome way to travel, okay? At least you can kind of get an idea of these places. In fact, like I mentioned earlier, it can help you decide which places make it on your bucket list, right? Yeah, because sometimes some places, they might be amazing, but maybe, now because they need to preserve it, they won't allow you to go to, they won't allow you to go very close to the actual site. You might only be able to see it from afar. So this is a very awesome project.
好的，所以呢，这边呢是我们刚刚 Part B 的句子，我们呢休息一下。
Unit 10, Translation, April 17th. Earth Day is a large-scale international environmental protection movement held annually on April 22nd. The year 2020 is the 50th anniversary of Earth Day, so it is estimated that thousands of people will participate in a variety of activities to go green. Utilizing cutting-edge technology, Google's website, World Wonders project successfully brings the world's cultural heritage to life online. Users of this website can take a closer look at some famous attractions through the Street View service, which provides an immersive experience. Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed our lesson today. This is Angeline.
This is Sam.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.